This is what the Chinese government wants you to see. 2 little girls in hospital recovering from their injuries. Information was hard to come by on the fate of the children, even for their parents.
Whether my son is alive or dead, I just wanted to see him. The hospital shouldn't have stopped me.
Xin Feng's 4-year-old is in intensive care. He cannot tell us much as our interview is closely watched by government officials. He hasn't left the hospital since leading a demonstration on Friday night to be allowed to see his child. No one wants to talk about it, and there is no sign now of the extraordinary events that took place on these hospital grounds when hundreds of people held a rare protest. In an effort to keep it out of the public eye, it went unreported by the country's media. But photos and video posted online showed desperate parents and concerned townspeople amassed outside the hospital and in a moment of desperation shattering a glass door as they tried to get inside. The attack on the kindergarten, especially shocking in a country where most people only have one child, failed to get much media attention. It was buried behind the headlines of the opening day of Shanghai's multi-billion-dollar expo in all the papers and television news.
Well, it's hugely embarrassing for the government to have these attacks the week before the opening of the World Expo in Shanghai. And then government is also worried that the practices will spread. I mean, there will be attacks on children.
A sign behind the kindergarten gates now lets passers-by know that none of the victims had died and their parents are with them. The government sent the same message by text to the residents of the city.
We did it to let the citizens know the truth, to tell them to trust the government and stop spreading rumors, and they fail to watch the local news because they prefer to watch the expo.
It's not just the media that's been muted. This restaurant owner heard the children screaming and tried to stop the attack. He says he was told not to talk to journalists. As we tried to find out more about the children's recovery, doctors within earshot of officials from the Ministry of Propaganda tell us they are fine, despite 4 of them still in the intensive care unit.
No problem. We are just observing the children. They will be home soon.
The diagnosis betrayed by Xin Feng's eyes. In an earlier phone call, he told us his son was fighting for his life. The reality, heavily guarded information behind the steel doors of the intensive care unit. And they'll remain shut until the government decides otherwise. Devi Gopalan, Al Jazeera, Taixing, Jiangsu Province, China.